going to do more of that coming soon, and I'd like to invite, Amir to come forward. So that's Kirtan meditation, just really easy, focusing on the sound of these spiritual sound vibrations. We're spiritual in essence, and we need spiritual food, and the yoga mantras are just the thing for us. So that's spiritual food. All right, this is Amir, everyone. Somewhere. I'll try.
Alright guys, we're just waiting for the remote control. Oh, you found it, Rupa. Cool. You're a hero. Haribo. Alright guys, Haribo, welcome. So in this practice we are going to do some mindfulness, right? So we are going to become mindful of our existence actually, and to track down a couple of important stuff we normally do in our daily life. So without further ado, please sit in a very comfy position for me, very relaxed, shoulders back, heads upright, and gently close your eyes. So in this practice, we are going to become aware of our mind. John Milton, English poet, says, "Mind is so strong that can make a heaven out of a hell and a hell out of a heaven." We are often in illusion to think that our mind is us and to believe whatever the mind proposes to us. But is that right? Should we trust our mind? In this mindfulness practice called silent witness meditation, we are going to explore that. Let's visualize sitting in a bank of an ever-flowing stream. That could be a stream you've seen in your life before, or even an imaginary stream. The stream represents your mind, and you are the observer sitting in the bank of the stream, observing the content of the stream. Just like the water in the stream could be clear or could be polluted, so is the stream of your mind stuff. Could be clear or it could be polluted. Polluted with negative thoughts, hatred, anger, jealousy, all the negative type of emotions. But no matter how clear the stream of your mind is, it's not you. It's detached from you. thoughts appear in our mind like bubbles which appear on the surface of the stream. You will find that unless you want to latch on a specific thought, or you want to judge a specific thought, the thought appears and disappears very quickly. If you find your mind wanders during this practice, just become aware and consciously bring it back to the practice. Don't fight with it. The mind is a sitting place for millions of thoughts, emotions, feelings, demands, and so on. If we identify with the mind, we are like a person who is helplessly swept down the stream with the strong currents of the swiftly flowing stream. It is, however, extremely liberating to realize that we are not the mind, and that we are not the thoughts either. We are the silent witness, sitting in the bank of the stream of mind, observing its content. The mind is like a company who is with you all the time. If untamed, which is the case unless you adopt authentic meditation practice, it's going to be your worst enemy, making you suffer. But good news is, you can tame your mind through meditation practice, through regular meditation practice, and turn it into your best friend, your best well-wisher. Not a nasty friend who is going to take you to future, making you worried about worst case scenarios. Not like that. Turning into your best friend, who is compassionate, who is your well-wisher. How can I do it? Because of spiritual essence, we need spiritual food to be able to tame our mind as well as succeeding in our life. These wonderful mantras we are chanting tonight, earlier on, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, and right now, Gauranga. These are extremely potent sound vibrations, allowing us to remove dust and debris accumulated on our consciousness, to see things as they are, not as they appear. So, without further ado, we are going to chant Gauranga in a breath meditation. Mantra Gauranga, meaning the Golden Lord of Love, has 4 syllables. Go Ra Anga. We are going to take deep breath in, and on the exhale say Gauranga. Let's listen to the guys in the background one more time, then we will join them from the second. Take a deep breath in and let's join. Let's do 2 more. Keep your eyes closed and let the mantra resonate in your head and your mind. No need to say the mantra anymore. Just try to let it resonate in your head. Bring your focus back to the room and the environment around you. And you can gently open your eyes now, putting your palm together, creating some nice warmth, massaging your face. All right, thank you so much, guys. We are now going to have a spirituality talk by our friend Tadat Manadas. So let's welcome him. Thank you so much, and Harry.
Hello, Harry Bowl, everybody. Couple of new faces here. So I was scheduled to do. We were looking at on the schedule to do a talk on who is Lord Chaitanya, but we'll save that till next week, and we'll keep it quite basic. You know, the thing is that the main practice we do here is the chanting of the names of the Supreme. Philosophy is there also, and it's not just a quick philosophy. It can be very in depth. We take our inspiration from the Yoga Sutras, like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, different scriptures, the Upanishads. So we have this vast ocean of knowledge that we try to bring down to an easily assimilated discourse, you know, in the sense that we could rant on and on and on, but we try to follow Lord Chaitanya's example. Lord Chaitanya appeared 500 years ago. He was the Yuga avatar for the sage. Pre-mentioned thousands of years ago through the Yoga Sutras, when he would appear, what he was coming for, what his primary work would be. And it was to promote the chanting of the names of the Supreme, his own names, basically. So he appeared as one of us. He appears as a devotee, worshipping the Supreme, but a pure devotee, nonetheless, you know. Not like... But so what we do, we follow his example in the sense that when he was here, he only left 8 short verses. And they kind of encapsulate the philosophy that we try to present. These 8 short verses are our life and soul. We read them over and over again. And within each one is a wealth of information on spiritual life, the attitude, what the process is. Like, for example, in this age of Kali Yuga, in this age of confusion, chaos, hypocrisy, argumentation, that the chanting of the names of the Supreme is the prime benediction for humanity at large. Yeah, the chanting of the names of the Supreme. He points out there's no hard and fast rule for chanting. It's not that you have to belong to anything, not like you have to be anyone special or anything. Any one of us, any one of the innumerable living entities that are on the face of the planet at this time has the freedom to take any of these names and chant them. And in chanting these names, there's an effect. The effect is that there will be a purification of the heart and the mind to the point an individual begins to see things as they are, not as they appear to be. I say that because in this world we have a potency which dominates pretty much everyone. It is called Maya. Maya means the illusory energy of this world. It's that energy that makes you think something is real, when in fact it's not at all. Sometimes the analogy of a mirage is given, you know, like you're in the desert very thirsty. And I don't know whether any of you guys have seen a real mirage, but gosh, they look real. It really looks like water over there, you know. And you walk over and there's nothing. It's just dust, you know. So this world is always calling us. It'll call you individually through the 5 senses of your material body that you use. Yeah. You know, Maya will appear as food for the tongue. you know. She'll dance before your eyes as the most attractive person. Here's the one that I need to love. Here's the one I want to be with. If that person speaks, then it enters the ears. Oh, and it solidifies the attachment. In other words, Maya's calling the senses. And if the senses latch onto the object that they're being called to, then this is our material misfortune. This is our misfortune in this material world. It will distract us from our real position. This is why we are distracted in this world. Maya is always calling. This illusion this world puts forward is always there calling. It's described we have 5 enemies in life, and they're all within. They're the uncontrolled mind and the 5 senses. Yeah. The fact is that we're meant to be in control of these things. Your senses should be regulated. They're not just running rampant. A few years back, a friend of mine was pointing out this guy he knew who came across a lot of wealth, and he made the statement that, now I can do anything I want to do. No one can stop me. But the question is that who's the I that he's talking about, right? In that person's case, the I was the body, right, and the 5 senses and the uncontrolled mind. It meant that whatever his senses wanted, he could get for them because he had the sufficient financial gain in his possession that he could go ahead and buy these things, whatever he wanted for his senses. He could satisfy their cravings. And especially when the mind is behind it, the mind will start to, that's where the planning department is, that's where the intelligence hooks into as well. You see some material object and it may be just out of your reach. So, we have this facility, each and every one of us. It's called in the intelligence. It's part of the material body, the subtle material body. And that will enable it so we understand how I can unite my sense with the sense object, whatever it may be. And you make plans. I remember many years ago, I was in Taipei with a good friend of mine called Tusta Krishnadas. And Tusta was talking to this university student, and he was saying to him, what is your goal in life? And so, of course, being a student, the goal in life was to get his degree, get the job, and move up the hill from there, whatever it required, wife, family, house, and when, that expansion went on. He says, yes, but wouldn't it be intelligent if you, understood who you are first? And so the guy was saying his name. Well, I'm such and such, whatever his name was, Sheng Li, I think his name was. He's a Chinese guy. Very nice guy. He's since chanting. But at that time, he was just brand new. And he thought he was his body. He was Chinese. And in fact, that's the disease most people in this world have, this false bodily concept of who they are. You ask most people you meet in the street, who are you? And it will come back. First, obviously the gender is taken into the equation, primarily probably, and because that's what the eyes see. If you're looking at a female form, you think, the woman, and thinking a male form, it's a man. But this isn't the gender. This isn't the real person. This is simply the machine that individual's using. It's the covering over the soul. Krishna points out in the Bhagavad Gita that the body, the material body is like wearing garments. I have several garments on here. So similarly, there's several layers to this material body. They're the 5 gross physical elements which mix together, and I think there's an aggregate total of 24 elements in the body, something like that. Anyway, they're earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Ether meaning space, right? And then there's the subtle material body which covers the soul. This is the mind, the intelligence, and the false identification that the person thinks they are the body they're in. Okay? So it's almost like a trap you can't get out of. When you start thinking of yourself on this level, you may get a glimpse that, oh, I could be different from my body. After all, I'm not going to go too deeply into the science of identity tonight, but the point is, we can look at this in the future if you want to, but the point is, unless this basic understanding of my real identity is arrived at, I don't know who the hell I am. I'm not a Caucasian male called Alan, although I appear in the body of one. This isn't my identity. After all, the atomic particles that make this hand up weren't there 2 years ago. It's a totally different mass and matter. So if I was my body, what part would I be? The whole body works on that due to the law of metabolism. Every single material part of your body is renewed. It can take up to 5 to 7 years depending on your age, because it does slow down with age. Yeah. So it's, we've got an adjustment. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so the age of the body will slow the metabolism down. But, 5 to 7 years, I can effectively say, for me it'll be a bit different. I do have a double knee replacement, but that's not part of my original body. That'll probably be there in 15, 20 years and be still in the corpse, in the skeletal system when the body is completely eaten away by worms. But where will I be? Right? I'm obviously not going to be there still. So the first part of the yoga practice is that we learn who we are. Because without that basic knowledge, all the rest is a waste of time. You're just kidding yourself. If I'm following a practice of yoga and if I'm in a female body and I'm thinking I'm a woman, hell, I'm in a great illusion. And the same goes if I'm in a male body thinking I'm a man, I'm in the same illusion. No, we should endeavor to try and understand our real identity. And there's plenty of information for going about that. My spiritual masters incorporated a whole science on this process. It's called the science of identity. So, here we are in this material atmosphere. We're covered by these bodies. We're covered by the senses and the mind, which always distract us. Even you may get a moment or two of clarity. In other words, you may get a day or two where you really have strong clarity about your spirituality, but eventually it fades. And this happens because by your own strength, you cannot maintain it. The material energy is far more powerful than you are, far more powerful than any of us. She will distract us in some way or another. Some people, they get on the spiritual path, and what happens? Oh, they get guru-itis. They start playing a holy person. Oh, aren't I so holy? Look at me. I'm so holy. I wear the robes. I wear this. I do that. I have my hair in a certain way. I wear a certain thing on my head. All this nonsense. It's just all external, superficial nonsense. And it's designed to distract the soul from who she really is. Yeah. So this is sad. However, Krishna loves you unconditionally, always has, always will. It's not possible for Krishna not to love you. If you can understand that basic truth, then you can understand that this Supreme Personality loves me unconditionally and cares about me and sees me flapping in this material nature and is so compassionate that he appears to give me a way out. And in the case of Krishna appearing as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gives us his names. He says, if you take these names, they're all you need. You don't need anything else. You don't need to join anything. You don't need to quit anything. There are not hard and fast rules for chanting these names. There are hundreds and millions of these names, like Krishna, Rama, Govinda, Allah, Jehovah, Eloi, Yahweh. So many names of God. So many names. And if you take these names into the core of your heart, they have a potency if of and by themselves. They are not considered material sound vibration at all. And I'll just be very brief here. I'll just say that you should consider that material sound vibration, the value of it. It has no real value. It's simply there to, it's a sound that represents a way of communication. That's it. Yeah. If you're dying of thirst in the desert and you say water, 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 what happens? You'll still die of thirst. You can believe in water, the liquidity of water, you can visualize it, you do all it and say water sincerely from the core of your heart. After all, in Spanish, it's a different sound vibration. It's agua. So which one's right? You're still going to die of thirst. Why? Because material sound and the object it represents are two different things. However, in the spiritual sense, the sound and the object are totally non-different. Krishna is within his name. Krishna means that living being that is completely complete in all things, all strength, all beauty, all wealth, all renunciation, all love, all loving, all lovable, all loving. No limitations whatsoever. Completely complete, without limitation. It's beyond your material mind to conceive it. But don't we all yearn for that? I mean, don't we want that permanent love, that permanent place where we can say, now I'm home? That's within the core of the heart of every living being. We all secretly want that. And we look in this world for it. We get dim reflections of it. It may be okay for a while, but it's not perfect. You find out pretty soon. Nothing is perfect here. And that's okay, because that's the nature of this world. This world is not your home. This world is temporary. You are eternal. In this world, you're like a fish out of water. You're in the wrong environment, my friend. You're meant to be in the spiritual sky, eternally existing in love. Not this horrible place where you get people slaughtered every day, bombs going off, whole countries being ravaged. You know, it's a shocking place to be. Was it Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami once said, there's no place for a lady or a gentleman. Okay. So to get out of it, to be rid of it, be done with it, to get off this wheel of birth and death we're stuck on, this samsara, we take to the chanting of the names of God. So without further ado, we can do a little chanting and rest on it. The thing about chanting is that my dear friend Jiva Krishnadas likes to point out, chanting is actually a love song. So when we chant, we're chanting to someone who we know already loves us, and we'd love to love back. Yeah, we'd love to love back. Yeah, my dear friend, my dear Krishna, please allow me just to love you. Please you by my love. Please you by my chanting. Yeah. So that's our desire, that's our service. Yeah, that's our want. So just remember, you don't need anything except chanting in your life, or the names of the Supreme. Yeah, that's all you need. There's you and the Supreme, eternally. You may have forgotten your relationship temporarily in this material world, but it's still sitting there, it's just waiting. So we try and urge people, please take to the chanting and revive, re-resurrect that relationship you once had, so you can experience the love that is rightfully yours. Okay, that'll do. I'll have to cut off here, and otherwise it goes on too long. Is that okay? Okay. All right, so we'll chant for a few minutes and see how we go. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, excuse me. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Gopala 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 Govinda 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 Gopala 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 Govinda 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 Gopala 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 Govinda 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 Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Haribol, guys. All right. Let's, what the plan is, we get to eat, and after eating in about half an hour's time, yeah, we'll start chanting and finish the evening with Kirtan, about an hour and a half. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks.
Hey everybody, so we're going to continue with our Kirtan. Oh, that guitar's a bit loud. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Govinda Gopala Govinda Rama Dana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Dana Mohana Govinda Gopala Govinda Rama Dana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Dana Mohana
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Gopala, 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 Govinda, Govinda.
Hare Rama
Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Gopala, Gopala, Gopala. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Gopala, Gopala, Gopala. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Wow. I was just thinking as we were chanting how lucky are we to be able to have this beautiful practice to be able to participate in. You know, we teach, you know, as well as Kirtan, we sometimes have ways of meditating on these mantras, Hare Krishna mantra especially, you know, on our own. We can do it on our own if we like, but does anybody do it on their own? Can I? Come on. 1, 2. There's more of you, I know, yeah. Okay. So, that's nice, right? You can do it on your own, but how much nicer is it in Kirtan? Is that true? Yeah. Come on, is it better with So, you know, this is a movement of Chaitanya that was given to us and made it really super easy and, dare I say, fun. And okay, I won't go on. I was just thinking that when we were chanting, everybody was okay. I'm going to do a couple more tunes, and then Tad's going to come back on in a little bit. I'm going to do one of my slow ones. Sorry. I know some people like it fast, and not sure when that's going to happen. Maybe you can do a fast and furious one. Oh, I'm going to do a slow one anyway. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala.
Rana Mohana Gopala Govinda. Rana Mohana Gopala Govinda. Rana Mohana Gopala Govinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
So, actually, just before I depart and Tad comes on, just wanted to mention something else. He mentioned before about how chanting is a love song to the Supreme, to Krishna. And just a little tip that I learned from my teacher. Yes, it's a love song, but actually when we chant, the most effective way of chanting, or the attitude that we have is not. We don't actually feel like I'm chanting with love, and we actually, when we chant the great lovers of Krishna, they don't actually feel like they have. Oh, I'm chanting with love. I love you. I love you. They're actually feeling like they're chanting, but they're feeling like I don't have any love. But I wish I did. That's the attitude that we're recommended to have, and it's not an artificial attitude. And the way we get that attitude, it's not artificially conjured up. Oh, let's pretend we're all humble and we're chanting humbly. No, don't do it like that. Don't do any of that. It's simply be introspective. We look at our own life. Be self-critical, and then, well, I won't tell you what you. Each one of us will feel something else, but I think I'll leave it at that. That's the way we be introspective and look at who we really are, look at our motives, look at what our actual desires are, and then we chant with that honesty, whatever it may be. Okay, I'll leave it at that, and Tad, Haribol.
I've been playing guitar for quite a long time, and I've never figured out what the best plectrum is. You get all kinds of advice from all kinds of people about plectrums. Plectrum's the pick. We'll try this one. Okay, we're going to do some chants. They're basically, it's our obeisances to our line of disciplic succession. So there's probably a couple of chants in the beginning you'll be unfamiliar with, but then you can pick it up. But those of you that know them, we can all chant. That's not the pick I want to use. Sorry. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine. Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Gaura Karuna Swarupaya Radhe Krishna Prasthayate. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhattavrinda. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Haribo. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Haribo. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Haribo. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Haribo. Haribo Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, Haribo. Haribo Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, Haribo. Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya 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 Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya We have so many chants, we don't know. My head gets in a spin. Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda, 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 Chaitanya Nityananda Chaitanya Nityananda Chaitanya Nityananda Chaitanya Nityananda Chaitanya Nityananda Chaitanya Nityananda Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Nityananda, 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 Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda, stash. The right one's got to be in here somewhere. Alrighty. I think we're down to one last chant. Take it in. So it has a chorus line. Radharani, see up here, Radharani is the feminine aspect of Krishna, and then there's Shyamasundar Sundar, is the name of Krishna also, means sort of, anyway, very darkish, blackish, like a newly formed rain cloud, that's its complexion, and in a threefold curve and is throughout the body of Krishna in that form. So that's Radha and Krishna. We say Radharani, Shyamasundar, and then it's just Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the eternal abode in the spiritual sky. where Radha and Krishna have their pastimes, and Haribol. So that'll be the chorus bit, but you'll hear it when it comes in. So Radharani, Shyama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radharani, Shyama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribol. Radharani, Shyama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Shyama Sundar Vrindavan Haribo Radharani Shyama Sundar Vrindavan Haribo Radharani Shyama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Radharani Shyama Sundar Vrindavan Haribo Radharani Shyama Sundar Vrindavan Haribo Radharani Shyama Sundar Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Let's all chant 3 times, yeah? Haribol. All right, so on behalf of the Gokula House, which I have very little to do with, personally, I wish you a good evening, and thank you for coming and chanting with us. And it's always a pleasure. Chanting is always a wonderful thing to be doing. We used to, you hear people comment a lot. They used to like coming to clean up before the whole week of work and stuff like that. So they'd come on a Sunday and they'd walk away and they'd be saying, "Oh, now I feel clean. Now I feel ready to face work. Face the world." And that's how chanting should be. So, yeah, please keep in touch. Go on Facebook or whatever you need to do. Find out what's going on. If you want to continue coming to chanting, please do. And if you just want to take the names of the Supreme with you into your own life and apply them yourself. Try it out for a while. You don't have to come here necessarily, but you're welcome to if you wish. Yeah, it's between you and the Supreme. So take his names, chant his names, beg for his mercy, and you'll get it. All right, guys, that'll do.